What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Saturday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. We are here on BettingPros.com, always being brought to you by BetMGM. More on BetMGM here in just 1 second with their offer. We're on YouTube. We are wherever you get your audio podcasts, and we're off to a really good start. So it is a 7-2-1 start officially to the college football season, so it's really good. So for the game with North Carolina, we got Vatek right, okay? That was plus 6.5, plus 6.5. That was right. Vatek wins outright. But during the game, unlike the Central Florida game, where I middled that game as well, right? That was the game I middled? I can't remember what. No. Sorry, the Minnesota game. Sorry, that was the game that I middled. Minnesota, Ohio State and Minnesota. Much like I did not make the Ohio State pick official, I did make the plus 7.5 for North Carolina. I did make that official. And so we went 2-0 on that game. We get the under wrong because, well, Northwestern's defense is god-awful. I mean, really bad. It's a new running back in a new system. I get it for Michigan State, but they made them look like gangbusters. I mean, my goodness gracious, that was pathetic for Northwestern. They're going to be really bad. This is going to be a really bad year for Northwestern. They only came back with 9 starters. Last year was phenomenal. This year is going to be one of those like big step. As I talked about, I said that's why Pat Fitzgerald, looked at the NFL because he thought about going to the NFL because for that reason. He knew his team was going to be pretty bad. But I had Michigan State plus 3.5 personally, so that was good. I got that right. The parlay does not hit, so we now fall to 7-25 on the parlay. So we are now up $20. $100 better would have been up 22 units now. I think it is. Yeah, 22 units on the parlay. Don't bet a parlay. So we've missed a couple of weeks in a row on the parlay thanks to the Reds getting annihilated. Yankees won. Michigan State covered. And then I'm blanking on the fourth leg of the podcast right now, but it doesn't matter because the Reds didn't cover. But the only play of the podcast parlay that I played was Michigan State plus 3.5 personally. But so they covered that. They won the game outright. So, I think personally, I'm something like 11-4, I think, to start the college football season. So it's been a really good run and a really good start. So here's what we're doing on here. Before we do college football, and by the way, we're watching the Giants and the Dodgers. It's currently 10 o'clock on the West Coast. I can't wait any longer. I got to get this up for tomorrow morning. So it's a 2-in-1 day with a half a unit hanging out with the Dodgers Giants on the reverse run line. Giants plus 1.5. It's currently 1-1. Bottom 9. Kenley Jansen in for the Dodgers. 1 on, no outs. He just walked the leadoff batter. Why? Because it's Kenley Jansen. Both these teams, I don't trust either one of these two teams, by the way. McGee is a good, I almost said the GD. Sorry. I'm angry. McGee is bad. Really bad. He's going to cost the Giants so many opportunities to win in the postseason. He's just horrific. They should have addressed that. They should have gotten a better closer. And Kenley Jansen's just a mess. He's now pitched, he's thrown 6 pitches, all balls. So the Dodgers don't have a closer either. He's a complete nightmare as well. So he's trying to blow this game. If the Dodgers blow it and the Giants win, we cash the reverse run line. I was hoping the Dodgers just scored 2 runs in the 9th and then, come in and then Jansen could close the game out and then it's a 2-1 win and we cashed the bet. I don't care who wins the game. Just don't win by more than 1. Dodgers can win by 1. Giants can win by as many as they like. And then it would be a 3-in-1 day. So if it happens here while I'm on the air, and that's a ball that's going to be caught, so there's 1 out, but a deep drive to center field, and no tag up. So runner on first. Oh, my. He almost Darren Ruff almost got himself thrown out at first base. My gosh. I don't know if you saw the play at third base, by the way, that should have gotten – the Dodgers should have been out of the inning. Both runners left the third base bag, and Buster Posey tagged the wrong guy. If he had tagged Justin Turner, they would have won the game. So, and we won the game and won the bet. So, our luck has been going well. For football, let's keep it going because I'm playing full units and I'm only playing half units on baseball. So, it is what it is. Okay, so the BetMGM offer, you guys, it is available to new users. You can bet $10 on any event. You win $150 in credits regardless of the outcome. Juice150 is that promo code, okay? Juice150, $10, any event. You'll win $150 in credits regardless of the outcome using that promo code JUICE150 for new users where it's available to you for BetMGM on the BetMGM app and the BetMGM.com website, all the fun stuff with BetMGM. Okay, so I've already given you UCLA +3 and Alabama -18.5. Okay, we've already given those two bets out on the podcast. I've got 3 more plays to keep you guys here today. And let's start with the game of the day, and that is Clemson taking on Georgia. And when I tell you the number of people that I was talking to in the offseason about Georgia, and then we all started to take longer looks at Georgia. And we looked at the offensive line, and we went, okay, impressive. Then we looked at the quarterback, and we said, okay, they got a good quarterback. And then we looked at the wide receivers, and we were like, are the wide receivers going to be able to get separation from a Clemson team that got rocked in the playoffs? And Ohio State just did anything that they wanted to throwing the deep ball. Is JT Daniels better than Justin Fields? No. I think we all can agree on that. But can he hurt this secondary for the Clemson Tigers? He probably can. But here's the thing. I think Clemson is going to move the ball a ton on Georgia. I think DJ Uiagalelei and this insane receiving core for Clemson, these guys are absolute studs. And I think you've got an angry, much like Alabama when they don't win the national championship, I think you've got an angry team in Clemson and in Dabo Swinney. And I think the fact that we're only laying a field goal, I think it's kind of a gift, to be quite honest. I mean, look, do you trust Kirby Smart in these big moments? Do you trust Kirby Smart to win a game like this? Because Georgia will run the table if they beat Clemson. Heck, if they even cover this 3-point line, I'd be shocked. But they're going to run the table. And then they'll take on Alabama in the championship game, and then who knows? But Clemson has a chance to essentially make the playoffs today. They win the game, they're pretty much in the playoffs, and they know it. It's all bubbling to today. It's like a playoff atmosphere, Super Bowl type of game. I just can't back Georgia on this. I think Clemson's the better team. They have the better quarterback, arguably. I mean, DJ Uiagalelei is a big dude who played last year, made a couple of big starts. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, my first time playing college football. This is not a CJ Stroud situation. He's played. He's played in big games. He played against Notre Dame, and it wasn't his fault that they lost to Notre Dame. So he's played in big moments. He'll be ready to go. He'll be fired up. And with this receiving core, Clemson -3, I don't think it's going to be close. I think Clemson wins the game pretty easily. Clemson -3, full unit. Play number 1. So Bama -18.5, UCLA +3, Clemson -3. Let's talk about Penn State. Penn State's catching 5.5 points. You guys might get 6. This is another one of those games where you might get the better number than me. But Penn State +5.5. Okay, let's talk about Penn State here against Wisconsin. Wisconsin is much like Georgia. Everyone's talking about Wisconsin. They're at home. Here's the problem. And, I mean, as a home favorite, Wisconsin has not been good under Paul Chryst. It's not been good. They're trying to run the football and be a running team, but last year they didn't run the ball all that well. I don't like their offense all that much. And here's the thing with Penn State. Penn State's breaking in a brand new offense. This is going to be weird. This is an air raid offense for Penn State. Well, I don't like Sean Clifford all that much. I'm not a huge fan of it. I am a fan of the skill players for Penn State. I do think they've got skill players. And I do think Wisconsin, they could win this game. But I think they win the game by 3. 5.5 is too heavy in my mind. And again, you get 6, that's beautiful. Penn State +6. This number has been climbing. It was 5. It's now 5.5. I think take Penn State +5.5 here on this one. And I think this is going to be a tight game, a 3-point game one way or the other. And I'm really curious to see what happens when Penn State's out there chucking the football around and playing a wide-open offense, because that might be something really wild to watch. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen much of it in the Big Ten. And it may be tough for Wisconsin to kind of go, wait, what are they doing? This is kind of crazy. Like, this is not your typical, Big Ten offense or Penn State offense. James Franklin, I think, had kind of a rough year last year, but kind of throwout last year. I know Wisconsin's a tough place to play. People are talking about, look at these stadiums now that are full and how much, look what happened with Vatek, how fired up they were, how their fans were going crazy. Or look at Illinois, how fired up their fans were. Or Central Florida, look how fired up their fans were. Wisconsin is an incredible atmosphere. I'm not debating that point. I just think Penn State's going to have an opportunity to win this game outright. They may not do it, but I'll take the 5.5 points here. Penn State plus 5.5. Sprinkle on the money line like always. By the way, you should always do this. If I give you a play for a dog, any dog, UCLA, Penn State, okay? If I'm giving you a dog, sprinkle on the dog money line. Michigan State last night, okay? 10% of your bet should be on the money line, all right? That's a little Bill Krakenberger from the show Action Pro Gambler was on my show. That's his number, and I love it. I tend to do that, but sometimes it's a bit more than 10%, just depending on how confident I am on the money line. But you should always have a sprinkle on the money line. So if you're betting a $100 game, put $10 on the money line, okay? Plus 175 came in with Vatek last night. I don't know. I forget where. I think Michigan State was only like plus 125 or something. It wasn't like a gigantic number, but there's always sprinkle on the money line. So Penn State money line, sprinkle on it. Take Penn State plus 5.5 against Wisconsin here for pick number 2, full unit. And the last play is going to be fun, and this is a late night game here. It's a 10:30 p.m. Eastern time game. So I'm giving you games from early in the morning all the way till late in the night, okay? Cal hosting Nevada. This is going to be a fun football game. Have you guys seen Carson Strong play? Okay, Carson Strong is a dude who's going to be arguably a top 10 pick in the NFL. And threw for 27 touchdowns to 4 picks last year. Big, strong kid. Nevada throws the football all over the place. Cal had a lot of hype at the end of last year because of their defense. But they played teams that stunk. I mean, just absolutely stunk. Teams that couldn't throw the football. Teams that were as bad on offense as they were. I don't think people are respecting Nevada all that much as they should be. I think they're giving Cal way too much. But here's the number you need to get. I got 3.5. I saw a bunch of placers going to 3 today. Be careful of that. I don't like 3, okay? We've learned it already this week. Numbers matter. Nevada at Cal, get 3.5, all right? Get 3.5. It's an important number. You need to have it. I don't like this offense at all for Cal, okay? I don't think they can run all that much. I don't like their quarterback. I just don't. Cal's a defensive team, okay? They want to just go ahead and slam it. They want to play hard. They want to run the ball at you, and they want to keep the ball away from you. I think Nevada's going to play up-tempo. I think Nevada's going to throw the football all over the place, and I just don't know if we have a great feel for what Cal's defense is going to be able to do when they see a legitimate NFL-caliber quarterback. I mean, Carson Strong is an NFL-caliber quarterback. Scouts are in love with him. Huge opportunity on the road to beat a team in the Pac-12, to sort of put his stamp on the season, to start it off on the right foot, saying we beat Cal outright. Plus 3.5, full unit. We're going Nevada, plus 3.5. against Cal. We've got 2 outs now, 2 on in the top of the ninth, in the bottom of the ninth inning now. So someone's got to get a single for the Giants, or we're going to extra innings, and I'm going to be sweating this game out. I'm going to be really, really mad about it. So, okay. So to recap, I'm not playing anything here for the for UFC unless you guys want me to. Why? Discord conversation Saturday morning. It's happening. Okay, it's going to happen. And I need to see what time. Let me see what time the first game kicks off. My time. First game kicks off at 9 a.m. Penn State, Wisconsin's 9 a.m. So at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, Discord channel, Discord bet, Discord conversation. Okay, you guys are going to get a chance to nominate whatever you want to nominate, and then we'll go ahead and bet. You guys will vote on it, and you will vote, and you will play. You have a full slate of Saturday football games all through the day and night, and you got Saturday night UFC to go ahead and jump on if you would want to as well. Okay, so 11 a.m. Put a reminder, put a little alarm on your phone. 11 a.m. in the Discord channel for our first Saturday morning Discord bet conversation. This is when we're doing the Discord bet now, okay? On Saturdays, because on Sunday mornings during the NFL, you're going to get a live stream with me. In week 1 of the NFL, I'm going to be in a hotel, and I am so petrified that the Wi-Fi is going to suck, and I'm not going to be able to do this, but we may have to do the first one on the Discord channel. I don't know. We got to figure it out when I get to I'm in a wedding on the first Sunday of the NFL year, I'm in the wedding. It's been canceled or postponed twice. This poor couple, I'm really close to the groom. They've been trying to get married. They just want to get married. And they're like, they took whenever the venue was available in September, and their families are all bent at them. And we're all like, I'm like, dude, I'm flying up Friday night, going to the wedding, and flying back Sunday night. Like, my boss for my radio show was like, you're not taking off vacation on Friday and Monday. Are you crazy? It's the first weekend of the NFL. I'm actually missing, I have a new Sunday afternoon show for the NFL that's going to be going on for my job, and the Dodgers are going to get out of it. Unbelievable. All right, now comes the sweat. We go to extra innings. But so I mean, it's a disaster. The whole thing is just, I feel for the couple, but they're going to be getting married on the 12th, and so I'm going to be on Sunday morning for the live stream. I'm going to be at a hotel. Yeah, it's just this whole week. My wife's furious. It's just it's an absolute mess. Like, I'm going solo at least. My wife's going to stay behind because our families could not come here because of COVID and whatnot. She's staying with our daughter. I'm going up there real fast, being in the wedding, and then coming back really fast. So there we are. So Discord bet, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time in the Discord channel for you guys to place the Discord wager. I think we're 7 and 11, right? Or no, 8 and 11. Yeah, 8 and 11 on the Discord channel for you guys. Recommending plays that I will bet with you coming up for Saturday or Sunday or Monday, whatever you guys want to play, whatever you vote and pick, we'll bet, okay? So, to recap, 5 plays, all one unit. We're a bit heavier than normal. Don't know if I'll have 5 plays every Saturday because there's no Sunday really to get into it, so I won't be this heavy normally, but it's Labor Day weekend. We're off to a good start. Let's push our luck here a little bit. Penn State plus 5.5. Clemson minus 3. We're taking Bama minus 18.5. UCLA plus the 3. And Nevada plus 3.5. All for one unit for us here for college football. 5 bets. Let's go. Here we are for football season. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast being brought to you by BetMGM, always found on BettingPros.com.